Let me start with the truth. Every single day, we teach two curriculums. The first one is written, it's paced, it's mapped, it's aligned, it's benchmarked, it's tested. It has standards, frameworks, rubrics, and deadlines. That's the curriculum everyone sees. But the second curriculum, the second one is invisible. It's the one that doesn't show up on a spreadsheet, doesn't generate a data report. It doesn't get color-coded in district meetings. And yet, it may be the most important thing we ever teach. Are you with me so far? We teach hard skills. We teach how to read critically, how to solve equations, how to analyze primary sources, how to write claims and support them with evidence, how to calculate slope, how to decode symbolism, how to explain cause and effect. Those skills matter. They open doors, they create access, they build competence, they prepare students for college, career, and credentials. But that's only half of what we do. And that's what most people miss. Because while we're teaching content, we're also teaching courage. We're teaching what it looked like to try again after failing a test. We're teaching how to sit in confusion without quitting. We're teaching how to disagree respectfully. We're teaching how to listen, how to apologize, how to collaborate, how to regulate emotions, how to advocate for yourself, how to ask for help. And none of that shows up on a standardized test. Think about that for a moment. There's no bubble sheet for resilience. There's no multiple choice option for empathy. There's no benchmark exam for integrity. But ask yourself this. When our students are 30 years old and sharing the same streets as you, which will matter more? Will it be whether they remember the exact date of a treaty? Or whether they learn how to navigate conflict without burning bridges? Will it be whether they could recite a formula from memory? Or whether they develop the discipline to stick with something hard? Will it be whether they pass the state assessment? Or whether they learned how to show up responsibly for their families and communities? We teach the curriculum, but we also teach the non-curriculum. And sometimes, especially in today's world, the non-curriculum is the difference between surviving and thriving. Can I talk for a minute? When a student watches how you respond to disrespect, they are learning emotional regulation. When you model accountability after making a mistake, they are learning humility. When you hold high expectations while still offering grace, they are learning what healthy leadership looks like. When you refuse to give up on the quiet kid, the angry kid, the disengaged kid, they are learning that they matter too. And let's be honest, the pressure to focus solely on hard skills is real. We live in a system that measures what is easy to quantify, scores, growth percentages, proficiency bands, but character, belonging, confidence, those are harder to measure, but they shape the trajectory of entire communities. And this is where it gets interesting. A student who believes they are capable will attempt harder work. A student who feels seen will show up. A student who feels safe will take risks. A student who learns self-control in your classroom may avoid making the decision that changes their life forever. That's impact. That's community transformation. That's generational change. But let's go deeper for a second. When we teach students how to think, we prepare them for exams. When we teach students how to be, we prepare them for life. In the world our students are inheriting, it doesn't just need people who can compute and analyze. It needs people who can collaborate across differences, who can manage frustration, who can discern truth from noise, who can lead with empathy, who can disagree without dehumanizing. That doesn't happen by accident. That happens because in rooms across this country, teachers choose every day to model it. You don't just deliver lessons. You model adulthood. You don't just assign projects. You build capacity. You don't just grade papers. You shape identity. Somebody say, keep going. Yo, every time you tell a student, I know you can do this, you are rewriting a narrative. Every time you calmly redirect instead of escalate, you are building resilience. And here's the powerful part. The hard skills open doors, but the soft skills determine what the students do once they walk through them doors. Knowledge may get them hired. Character will help them stay employed. Academic proficiency may earn the diploma. Emotional intelligence will sustain the relationships with those who supported them through earning that diploma. Test scores may reflect a moment, but soft skills shape a lifetime. So what does any of this actually mean? It means that we cannot push the non-curriculum to the side, because what isn't measured isn't meaningless. What isn't standardized isn't insignificant. What isn't tested isn't trivial. Sometimes the most important things we teach will never show up in data, but they'll show up in a student who returns next year and says, you taught me how to believe in myself. The former troublemaker who says, you were the first adult who held me accountable and still cared. The quiet student who says, I learned how to find my voice in your classroom. That's the real report card. And here's my encouragement to you. Do not underestimate the invisible curriculum. Do not minimize the culture you create. Do not discount the conversation that seems small in the moment. Because long after the lesson plan is archived, long after the pacing guide changes, long after the test version updates, the character lesson remains. You are not just covering standards. You are building citizens. You are not just teaching subjects. You are shaping futures. And in a world that desperately needs thoughtful, resilient, compassionate people, what you do every single day matters more than any score ever could. So keep teaching the hard skills with excellence, but never apologize for teaching the soft skills with intention, because both are curriculum, both are essential. and both change the world. This message is for educators who know that the most important impact we make isn't always measured by data, dashboards, or test scores. It's measured in the confidence a student builds, the character they develop, and the life skills they carry long after they leave our classrooms and into society. If you believe teaching is about building people, not just passing tests, this conversation is for you. What's one invisible lesson you know your students are learning from you? Something that will always stay with them long after your class ends. Drop it in the comments and let's build a thread of the real impact we're making beyond the standards. Subscribe for more reflections on education, classroom culture, and the deeper purpose of teaching. Peace.